Hello everybody and welcome to the world of Supply Chain Control Tower. Today, in this small video, I am going to show you what is a Supply Chain Control Tower, how the Control Tower can help you managing your supply chain, what is the right time to implement the Control Tower, what are the advantages of a Supply Chain Control Tower, and last but not the least, how to establish a Control Tower. Let's begin. If you are working with the supply chain department of an organization, you must be facing these questions for quite some time. What is happening now? This leads to, why is this happening now? Moving to, what might happen next? Leading to, how we can perform better. If these questions have been bothering you day and night, and your current supply chain systems do not give you a satisfactory answer, your costs are rising, customers are going away, and profits are going down, it's time for you to switch to Supply Chain Control Tower. So, what exactly is this concept? Contrary to the popular misconception, a Supply Chain Control Tower is not a physical tower, nor is it a software product. In simple words, it is a combination of technology and processes, coupled with trained manpower to handle them. When these three things run smoothly hand in hand, it collectively becomes your central nervous system. But what makes a Supply Chain Control Tower such a powerful option? Firstly, it can show real-time visibility, running right through each connected node such as orders, demand, supply, manufacturing, inventory, etc. This helps in answering the question of what is happening now concerning each department. It can show huge volumes of ever-changing data and show the current situation through dashboards. Secondly, the Control Tower can be armed with analytical systems, which can answer questions such as, why is this happening now? Or, what might happen next? These analytics can also conduct several what-if scenarios to determine the optimum way out of a particular situation. Thirdly, the Control Tower can take this information generated through technology and put it into an action plan, look out for the constraints, and also monitor them to ensure that the organization is performing as per the expectations. This answers the question of how we can perform better. Let us see how Supply Chain Control Tower can help you in managing your supply chain. The best part of the Control Tower is that it informs every node of the supply chain about how it is going to be affected when other nodes' numbers and statistics are affected. Since each activity is actively monitored, the people involved in it keep learning with every passing minute, and it helps in the longer run. For example, suppose your company is into manufacturing computers. You have a deadline to meet on 30th of this month. 1 week before, you come to know that there would be a delay in the arrival of components from your suppliers. Now as soon as you get this information, in next few minutes, your Control Tower would also start to show details, analyzing and predicting the impact on your revenue and overall service level. Once that is done, it will auto-generate the various what-if scenarios, including procuring raw materials from other suppliers, to collaborating with the customers, or alternate sourcing from other internal warehouses. It would show what you would gain or lose in each scenario. After different options are generated by the team handling the Control Tower, it would go ahead to communicate the options among all stakeholders and executives to ensure that there is minimal disruption. Sounds really interesting, isn't it? So, when should you implement the Supply Chain Control Tower in your organization? Before implementation, you should address 4 important checkpoints. First, identification of the weak links in your supply chain and area of improvement associated with it. Second, what changes does your company need to go through before implementing Control Tower? Third, identification of where should you start implementing the Control Tower. One cannot cover the whole organization under a Control Tower on the first day itself. Fourth, focusing on the place where you can make the biggest impact in the minimum possible time. Once you have validated all of these checkpoints, only then you should go ahead with implementation of Supply Chain Control Tower. Now, let us talk about the advantages. Once you implement the Control Tower, you shall get 2 primary advantages. 1. The Control Tower would be able to give you real-time information generated from each node of the supply chain. You would be able to see updated feedback on component shortages for critical products, delayed shipments, inventory levels, production status, in-transit goods, supplier commitments versus actual delivery, and whatnot. 2. The control tower helps in alerting you regarding potential problems and gives you potential solutions for the same. Therefore, all the parties involved in the supply chain can use the same set of information and put their intelligence to use, so that the rapidly changing metrics of supply and demand of products can be addressed smoothly. In short, the control tower can address the problems as and when they arise. It enables the cross-functional teams to work with the suppliers in solving the most complex and urgent issues through dashboards, which can be accessed by multiple teams, with what-if functions to understand the implications of a particular decision. So, what do you need to create a control tower for your supply chain? Control towers are essentially for those organizations who are looking forward to collaborating all of their activities under one umbrella. Therefore, it requires an effective mix of right people, with the right processes, and the latest technology. In other words, you need 4 important things for creating a successful control tower. First, mandatory representation of key people from demand and supply functions, including logistics and trading partners. Second, latest technology in the form of reports, analysis, and dashboards, which would help the key people to understand the pulse of the supply chain by providing a view of all related nodes. Third, a proper execution plan with a problem resolution method, which would take inputs from every node and help in making correct business decisions. And finally, a process which would automatically collect the data in similar formats from multiple sources and systems. This process could be termed as the base of the entire supply chain control tower. Supply chain control tower, bringing technology, process, and people together for that extra insight into your business while minimizing costs and maximizing profits. With Control Tower, take charge of your business. Thank you.